Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Simply Vic, how are you doing? How come you never sleep? Eh? How are you all doing? Okay, so there was a post. I sent it to Simply Vic and quite a few of my regulars. And the post goes thus. My girlfriend got a job. It was some guy who shared the video. I shared it with everyone. My girlfriend got a job. My girlfriend was earning 70,000 before. She now got a job that's paying her 100,000. The problem is her ex is going to be her boss. What do you think? What is your take? Now, the Western world has created a lot of docile, domesticated men who, if they air their feelings, they'll be regarded as controlling, they'll be regarded as insecure. Someone said dollars or naira. Apparently, it is dollars. But let's imagine it is naira. Imagine it's anything. The English in it is a better job. The girl got a better job, $30,000 extra. She was earning 70K a year. She now got a 100K a year job, and her ex is her boss. So the question now is, and I want us to be honest when answering. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the screen. Oh wow, I just started and I already have a number one gifter. See, that's the beauty of when we're talking about things that are not politics. Ayodele, thank you so much. I'm looking for 50 money guns and I'm looking for all my gifters right there. Double click the screen so more people can see the live and join us. Like the video on TikTok, like the video, double click the screen so more people can join us live. So, before I open up the lines, I'm going to share my thoughts. A lot of people would say, so at this stage, the guy said he's leaving. And one or two, most people agreed with me, but one or two women found it weird that the guy wanted to leave, saying things like, why would my ex be a bother to you? From where I've come from, I think 80% of cheating is done with exes. Let me Google that to get that detail. Uh, I saw somewhere. I think it's as much as 80% of cheating is done with exes. Now, women require you to trust them when deep down they don't even trust themselves. When it comes to paternity test, I've seen all sorts of statistics online, even locally. 60% of children of firstborns do not belong to their original fathers. So here is the thing, yeah. I don't want to say this so it will not be misinterpreted. Do not marry abroad black women or Nigerian women who have been abroad for too long, what they consider marriage and the vows of marriage are not what you consider them to be. Let us be extremely careful. I personally would not let my girlfriend work with her ex. And if she decides to, let me use my hand and end the relationship. Let me use my hand and end the relationship. Or some of us find it difficult to end relationships because of commitments. But what I would do in that situation is I go begin the shop for another girlfriend. She no go know. She will just notice I don't drift away. The day I find another woman where they okay, I don't move. Now, a lot of women, you find these relationships, and women tend to blame men. Oh, he's dated me for 5 years and he never got to marry me. He wanted to date me. He's been dating me for 5 years, 7 years. He's never married me. Let me tell you something. Oninte your man rilobe koto waru sowo. Now Yoruba people they talk am. There are some things that people see inside soup that they will carry locust beans in hand. I don't know how to translate it directly. You get waiting person they see. There was a story of a girl who kept telling me that her boyfriend's been dating her for 7 years. Her boyfriend's been dating her for 7 years. Then one day he broke up with her. And 6 months later he was married. And I ran into the guy and I was tempted to think he was cheating on her. I said, no, that's married. The relationship ended. And then he found someone and we didn't. And I wanted to ask, why? And the guy said he doesn't really know, but there was just something off about her that he didn't just want to commit. Some of you don't understand. I told one friend of mine who said, what's wrong with the guy? I said, if you marry in this life, I owe you money. If you marry in this life, say man gree marry you, I owe you money. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's smart. But the way she thinks is twisted. Forget anything. Why would my girlfriend want to work with her ex? Why should I feel comfortable? Now, when you set out to date, I will not meet you down the street. Imagine I meet Samaria now down the street. I'm not going to say, Samaria, marry me. No. I'll say, Samaria, let's get. Do you know how many relationships I've gotten into that were never planned to be relationships? It wasn't planned to be relationships. I just wanted a friend. You understand? And then things started catching fire. I just wanted a friend. And there are relationships where I've seen this girl, I think I'm going to marry her. And at the end of the day, it never went anywhere. I'll tell you a story. There was this beautiful girl I was dating at one point in my life. Very beautiful. About 5'11", very tall, very pretty, very curvy, but with the manners of a she-devil. There was a day she was sitting in front of me and I said, wear your seatbelt. Please, 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 please. Just had a bad attitude. Wear your seatbelt. As we did talk, we just took a turn. and road safety were at the road then. They just stopped my car. Can I see your license, please? I begged this girl 10 minutes before to wear her seatbelt. It's not like she had a boil on her chest and the seatbelt was going to affect it. She just didn't want to wear it because, do you know, I spent the whole day in road safety office. They seized my license, told me to go to Ikeja to make a payment. From Ikeja, I'll now go to Surulere to fill a form and then eventually come back to meet them. It took the whole day. I'm telling you, the girl did this to me like 2-3 times, 3 different occasions. I was looking at this beautiful angel and I was telling her to get out of my house. Get out, be going. And nobody could understand why. The first time she did it, I couldn't leave her at the station because I was still in love then. I still liked her. But by the time she did it the second and the third time, you know, now she was an Igbo girl. So December like this girl that me and you are dating, December, she's going to the village. This girl was in the village. Me and you are dating. Oh. This girl was in the village for nearly 3 weeks. She did not pick my call once. Call me back, call me back. She just cut the phone, pack her. One day she now managed to pick after hour. You know, this is your girlfriend now. You are calling her. Somebody where you they date can finally pick phone. Can say, you know that she has many suitors, many guys are coming to the house because of her, you know. So she has many suitors. So she has to attend to her suitors. I say, you are telling me where they date you. Say you get to attend to your suitors. Then finally she came and she needed money. Out of the blue that she came, she needed money. I told her I don't have. Better look for the money, oh. Better look for the money, oh. I looked for the money, I gave it to her. She went. Now imagine girl where I never see for like, I did try to remember the whole scenario. I never see this girl for like a month plus. The 3 weeks in the village, the week before she went, the week after. So as she come, because she asked for money, I gave her the money. So I now wanted us to play the game and let's do now. Because I said, no. You will not touch me the day you are giving me money. I said, I don't mind. I'll say, no, I'm not an Olosho. You cannot give me money. Now, she now decided to change in front of me. You know, she said, don't touch. Imagine doing that to a man. She said, don't touch. She now was going somewhere. She now wanted to change. She now come out all her clothes so that I can see her naked. Did not allow me to come close. This not me wait. I don't wait for like 1 month plus. She wear her clothes go. She came back a week later and we did. But you can imagine how my mind was. But you see, each time she was doing these little things, I was building immunity against her. She did not know. If you are watching on TikTok, I'm looking for my #1 gifter. Double click the screen. Double click it. Double click the screen. Who is my #1 gifter on TikTok? She did not know. I don't know what thing she do one day. Very small thing like this. I just said, babe, it's over. This girl begged me. I've never seen a woman beg me like that before. This girl begged me, sent her friend. She was crying. Baba, my mind was made up. Oh. Then one day now, so she can't find me. As in, I don't dodge am, dodge am, dodge am. Now so she shall find me come one day, catch me. Now so she start to cry, I start to hug am. Before you know, hug turn to kiss turn to omo. Now so be like say the rubber can't tear. I rush go buy medicine. Give am the medicine, sit down with am, watch am take the medicine. The second dose, I watch say she take am. Omo. Now so this girl call me like 2 weeks later, say belle don enter. Hey, I begin cry. Say, wetin I do? Is this the kind of person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with? Is this the kind of person me and I'm go share pikin? Baba, after a while, this girl begin. As I tell her, say, if she get belle, no problem. She tell her parents, say, I'm not interested. Anything where her parents want do me, they do. Oh, you're doing this to me. Of course, at the end of the day, luckily she wasn't pregnant. Baba, I'd never been more afraid in my life for my life. I was afraid that, is this what my destiny is going to become? This girl go get belle for me for this life. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́. Ah, this were girl. After that, I no pick a call again. This girl will wake up for morning, begin curse me. Say I broke her heart. I dey look at her like you say, "Well, weary, who break your heart? You will be mad person." She won't do me Anita alone. Then it was a whirlwind of emotions. Someday she go call me, begin cry. Other days she go call me, begin curse me. If she dey watch me, she dey watch now. She know. She's married now. Married ages ago. I'm talking about something like 20 years ago, maybe even more. Some days she go wake up. She dey call me every day, and I go pick her call. She go cry for 1 hour. When she's done crying, I go tell her, say, I'm sorry. I can't do it again. The next day she go call, begin curse me. They cry, they curse. Sometimes they shout, they curse. When she don't finish, I go cut my call, they go jeje. I remember when I was begging this girl to behave. So many women out there do not have husbands or boyfriends. And many of them do not realize that their character no dey boyfriend friendly. Nigerian women are difficult to date because they make financial decisions in relationship. Because of an extra $30,000 a month, a year, which is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. You want to work in a place where your boyfriend will feel insecure. Because of an extra $30K a month, you will get a job that will make your boyfriend feel insecure. Tomorrow, when he leaves you and goes to marry another girl, you will say he's wicked. You will say he's wicked. Some men are difficult to date. Yes. Whatever type of boyfriend it is, my wife cannot work in a company with my boyfriend, with her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. I am not liberal. I will not agree. And if I'm put under pressure for financial reason or whatever reason, just know say resentments don't start. Resentment don't start. Sometimes because of you don't want to end your marriage so you don't lose half of your job, of your assets. Many people in America and in the Western world are in very bitter relationships, but they cannot talk because they don't want to lose. They don't want to lose. What is it called? Their property and all. So they stay in Nigeria. Nigerian relationship, they very sweet too. I said no go there, no go there, I go there, I go there. You'll come back, you'll see your load outside. You know hard pass like that. Now so Nigeria be. You'll go come back, meet your load outside. If you not come back that day, if it rain that night, rain will beat your load where it day outside. But abroad, you will suffer as a man in that kind of situation. And this also applies to women too. Would you really want your boyfriend to work with his ex? Sometimes life puts us in very tough places. But I wouldn't want to work with my ex as a boss, especially if it was a fling ex. Either one is bad, because in as much as I don't support the Okafor law, I mean the Okafor's law, once they be always they be. I be how did they take talk? There's still many possibilities. When you live with someone in the house every day, you tend to get familiar with them. You tend to get used to them. And that oft times drives away the mystery, the juiciness of the relationship. So somebody else might just be like spice. You can't eat ice cream every day. But if you've not had ice cream in 3 months, that little bowl of ice cream with a wafer in it or a piece of chocolate would just be very tempting. Okafor's law of Congo dynamics. Hey. So let me just open the phone lines for a few minutes. I didn't intend this to be a long topic. But this is just something many of you need to understand. Because tomorrow when I go talk, say wife no gree stay with you. Where are all of you today? Oh? Make I bring you live. Make we go sleep. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen.
Please. Good evening. Let me quickly wear something real quick.
Have you ever won anything ever?
That if when I was born, when I was delivered, I can't remember, being baited with anything on. So why should I bother?
Happy.
When it was a free gift from nature.
Okay. Oh yeah, where we are waiting. Those of you that want me to invite you, just send me. Let me tell you, some exes are sweet to date as bodies for benching. What you guys had a great benching time, but you just did not want to marry because of the complexity of your relationship. Now you don't dey husband house or you don't dey serious relationship house. Una fit dey enjoy the benching they go. That's how you people be reasoning. Trust me. While we're waiting for Samaria, I don't go back to my ex. Wait till make me come out. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen. Who is my number one gifter on TikTok today? Shegun, how are you doing?
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so happy. Thank you.
I'm happy to have you. So go ahead. What are your thoughts?
For me, it's a no. It doesn't make sense to accept that job because you're giving yourself the opportunity to fall. You might say, no, I won't do this or I won't do that. But this is somebody that has expert knowledge on your body, number one, and might put extra length to get you in that place that you said you never go. Spending time with him every day. It's a very tricky situation, and when you fall, you end up losing the relationship you have. So why risk it? Except that person you're dating is just a toy to you. But if the person is important to you, I don't see any reason. The money is not enough. Money is not enough reason for you to I don't subscribe to that. It's very bad. Your ex should stay in. If he loved you so much, he should have married you. So I feel him even giving you that job is an excuse to make sure that you're closer to him so he can have his way with you once again. I don't subscribe to it at all.
Hey, Destiny. How you doing?
Hey, Daddy Freeze.
How are you doing, gorgeous?
Hi, everyone.
How are you doing? So what are your thoughts?
I'm good. I'm at work. So.
Where's work now? You are shooting.
Filming. Yeah.
So
but this
quick.
discussion, listen, nowadays we spend more time with our work colleagues than we do with our spouses.
I wanted to go there.
That's just the point I wanted to make. Yeah. Look at it now. It's after 2 a.m. I've been on set since 8 a.m. So it's very likely that if I was married, I'd go home and he'd be sleeping. But yeah, I have spent over 12 hours with my colleagues.
100%.
You get
100%, sis.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
You look gorgeous. Let me allow you to work.
Yeah.
I'll give
Bye,
you a
guys.
call
The network
tomorrow.
is bad. Bye. Bye, guys. Oh, yeah, hang up. I don't know how to hang up.
I
love you. We love you, Daddy.
Love you too.
But oh, yeah, hang up because I know Sabi too.
All right, Samaria, over to you. What are your thoughts?
Daddy Freeze. I know a lot may disagree with me, but it's true, like she rightly said, that we spend time more out there than we spend indoors. But it all depends. First of all, there are factors I'll consider in a situation. I'm not saying that the woman should not listen to the man, but it depends, first of all, on the type of boyfriend he is. When we get in a relationship, we know if you are in a relationship with someone, it doesn't take less than 2 months for you to know if that person is actually whom you intend to spend the rest of your life with, yes or no. Times we know all this. Mainly, in fact, when you just see that person, conversations, as time goes on, you could tell a lot. So now, if it's someone you don't take too serious, you don't intend to spend the rest of your life with. For example, I have this girl there. She has this boyfriend that is so, he's always paranoid and always all over her. He's clingy. And she was like, the other day, she has complained. She asked me the other day, how do you tell somebody who, is always, she was going to go out on one of the things they had going on, but she couldn't go because of this guy, because he's always around her.
She was going to go where? Tell me where she was going to go.
Okay, I was going somewhere, right? And I asked if she would like to go with me.
Where was the place you were going to?
It was my birthday. So I wanted to know if she was willing to come out with me. But then
Where were you going on
she,
your birthday?
I only went out at the freeze. I went to the restaurant, then I went to I just went out. I wasn't even
Tell
out
us
there.
where you were going to that you want somebody's girlfriend to follow you.
No.
No, 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 no. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
see what happened. I
You
went
were
to her
going to a
house.
restaurant. It's
I wanted
fine.
her to install my hair.
Eh?
So when I got to her house, I went to her house for her to help me out with my hair, right?
Okay.
So when I got to her house, her boyfriend was there playing a video game. So and in fact, the summary of the thing is that the guy is always in the house. He doesn't give her a breathing space. Basically, because
He
he
doesn't
kind of
give her a breathing space to follow you to the club
not
on your
me.
birthday.
No, not club. No, that because I wasn't going to club.
So where were you going?
But okay, can I finish?
Finish.
I wasn't going anywhere like in regards to I just needed like to go out with a girl. I mean, I was just like, okay, let me call a friend to come and sit out with me and let's just go have a dinner or something. I just needed somebody to go out with that evening. And I wasn't gonna hang out with her boyfriend because he's not my kind of a person,
Shady
you
see.
know.
So you don't like me. I'm not your kind of person, but you want to hang out with my girlfriend. Oh yeah, continue.
Let me tell you what is going on.
That's very wrong now.
No, don't get me. But if
Baba,
it's first of
just they
all,
talk, they
this
go.
Very
boyfriend
wrong.
of hers, no. When hanging there, you need to understand, okay? First of all, it depends on, this side of the world. First of all, this girl is American. Secondly, her boyfriend is American, okay? The reason why I befriended her is because she has a little girl that attends, I kind of the same, you know what I mean? So I wasn't willing to hang out with her and her boyfriend. Because if you understand what I mean, like Daddy Freeze, hold on, please don't get me wrong. He is not that kind of a guy you want to hang out with. If you were some regular people, like you know what I mean, like some, how do I say this? People that are so free and cool. Their personalities. The personality is not there. So she felt like okay, she would like to go out, but she kept giving me signs. She doesn't know if her boyfriend was gonna let her go or not. So what she said was she is just having him around till she gets a new job. When she gets a new job, she's gonna let go of him. She even understands that the guy is too controlling. Okay? We are not cool. The girl and I are not that cool. I can tell you I've only met her like 3 or 4 times since I've known her. So we are not like paddies. That's why I would say, okay, her friend and I are not also paddies. So if the guy is not friendly and based on some personalities, you're not gonna start asking them out. No. I only asked the girl if she would like to go out with me to go have dinner. And then she said, oh, she would have loved to, but the guy is not gonna let her go. So back to the conversation, the topic we were having. Now, if you have this type of a boyfriend that you know is just there temporarily, and someone is offering you a better job with a better pay, and you know that the reason why you may be probably be still hanging around that person is because of maybe finance or support, you would want to consider the job. That's one. Secondly, the boss is the one employing, but is the boss the owner? Okay, the boss is the owner of the company. Is it the does he? There are people that are owners of companies, but they don't even come there. You may own a
He's
company.
your
You have your
direct
direct.
boss, your inline boss, the person you report to every day.
Okay, now this is now different because I was thinking, and I would say that if you were, someone that owns a company and he's barely around, he doesn't show up in a month, in 2 months, in 1 year, you can go ahead and take the job. But if he's the person you have to be seeing every day, the factor depends on the boyfriend.
Now,
What kind of a boyfriend do I have?
now,
Is it the kind of boyfriend that I consider enough reason for me not to consider the job, or is it just someone you're having around for the meantime? That would explain it all.
now let's have conversations around. There was a place you took us to. I want us to go back there. Samaria. No vex, eh? I want us to go back to one of the places you were taking us to. And that is you wanted to go out with somebody's girlfriend, but you did not want the guy around.
That is,
No, no, no.
the girl said when they date the girl, don't even want to the boyfriend. She said don't buy for the guy. The guy that just,
Do you know that there are many people who want to hang out with your spouse but don't want to hang out with you. I've been counseling relationships for about 7 years. I still did one today, Seth. And there's one thing I've noticed. People who say they don't have something to hide always have something to hide. I have nothing to hide. I don't know why he's checking my phone. I have nothing to hide. They always have something to hide. Because if truly you have nothing to hide, give him your phone.
Yeah.
Or give her your phone. It's as simple as that. It's simple. Don't make it complicated. Now, I've also noticed that I want to hang out with my friends. I want to hang out with my friends. I want to hang out. He's too controlling. Doesn't let me hang out with my friends. 90% of the time, they get up to no good when they're hanging with their friends. Statistics do not favor women. 70% of women's firstborns do not belong to their husbands. There's actually a DNA expert who came out with this. You can Google it. Just put Nigeria there, you see. So we are in a situation where the woman wants you to trust her, but statistics show that women can't trust themselves. Science shows that they can't trust themselves, but they want you to trust them. No be winch be that.
Yes.
If more than half of the firstborns do not belong to the woman's husbands. They are brought in from outside. Yet that same woman says, hey, I'm leaving him, he's insecure. I'm leaving him because he doesn't trust me. Nature, let me tell you, if you are around a woman who trusts you, is attracted to you, but is controlling herself, and two factors come to play. She's going through something emotional. Maybe she's having relationship issues and she's ovulating. The chances that you will sleep with her are very high. She doesn't have to be extra attracted to you. You know, there are people that you are attracted to, but you just mentally set boundaries. Like, oh, I like this girl. She's beautiful. She's curvy, but she's my church member. Boundary. Even if you see her dancing around in a tongue, you're not going to look there. Not that she's not beautiful, not that you're not attracted to her, but you have put a mental barrier there. Oh, she's my co-worker, she's my wife's sister, barrier. In situations, those barriers come down. I'll give you an example. Plenty of partying and plenty of drinking. That barrier that is holding you, preventing you from sleeping with your wife's sister will come down. You met at a party, you guys are having fun, you guys are drinking, you are unconsciously flirting. There is alcohol in the system. She sees you as good looking, you see her as good looking. All she needs to be is to be ovulating. It will happen. Because when you mix alcohol with ovulation, you are women now. You are and you are good. Especially guys that are handsome, have good jobs, and smell good. You are clean, you smell good, you are good looking, and sparks are flying. Just put yourself in what I'm trying to say here. There are people who you are surrounded with, but it's a work relationship. You know the person is beautiful, but you don't have a boyfriend, and you are married or you have a girlfriend. So automatically there is a barrier. That barrier can come down. Oh. It's like me now, I go to America. Hey, Samaria, how are you? We now decide that we want to go clubbing. We do shisha. We drink small. We party, we dance. Baba. This is my pastor. This is my church member. that barrier can come down. And no matter how good you believe you are, you find yourself that once the barrier has come down, your eye will clear when the thing don't happen finish. That's when you realize that, what did I just do?
That is, you know the secret.
Hold on. Now it gets even worse. If you enjoyed it, then it now becomes an entanglement. You know, sometimes you do something by mistake, you clear up, you arrange yourself, you never do it again. But when it was very nice, you now find yourself going back there again. So what am I trying to say in essence is, when guys say, no, I don't want my girl to go out, sometimes we don't know how to explain it to these women. Because now from clap, dance, they start. You understand what I'm telling you? So some guys seem, oh, you want to go out. I don't have my wife's friends that will invite her and I will not be there, or my friends that will tell me to come and visit them and I will not bring my wife. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. I'm not going to come and visit you without my wife. Oh, because you think I'm Daddy Freeze, I don't get any scandal. You think I'm a magician. Give me small shepherd now. Unless I don't find you attractive, give me small shepherd. And smell good and look beautiful and be curvy around me. I will struggle with my guard, but when my wife is there, no need. Bad as bad, we'll go home, go continue from where we start. So I always tell women, if you're not, you don't need to be in a relationship. Or if you are in a relationship, define your relationship. Hi. In as much as I will never promote it, and I'll clearly tell you tonight that it is a sin, it is better for you to be in a relationship where me and you they knack than me forming I'm your boyfriend, but then there are no commitments. Relationships are based on commitments. If you say, okay, I'm going out with my girlfriend though, we're going to go for dinner, then you come and meet us at the party after work. You understand? But that you don't want me to come, you don't want the guy to come. No be relationship you do. So you wonder, many people believe they are in relationship, but they are just in a committed relationship to one another while they are both committed to other people in other ways. Nowadays does not define relationship. Relationship is relationship. What do you want? If you want me to be exclusive, make me feel exclusive. You will not like it. Let me tell you something. Someone like me, all my life, I have worked with women. I no get man where they work with me, apart from Simply Vic. No other man I can say is close to me. Okay, maybe Pastor Toby, Simply Vic, PT. The rest people in my life now women. Ebere, Remy, Samaria, Ada. As in, the ratio is like 2-8 women to men in my life, if not 1-9. So if you think you are a beautiful woman and you have people, Baba, I go give you complex. Today I go just go out with Ada. Tomorrow I go go out with Samaria. Next tomorrow I go go out with Mysticness. The day after tomorrow I go out with Naomi. Baba. And now my friends, Baba, you will get complex. I don't do unto woman before. I just start hanging out with my workmates. You go get complex. Because first of all, if they are not as fine as you, they are finer than you. Or at least they match you for beauty, because I like beautiful women. Or at least they are in your circle, even if you find past them. You know, when a woman is an 8, a woman that is a 7 is in her circle. So you can't keep up. You cannot have as many handsome guys in your life as I have beautiful women. It's impossible. So you go to hang out with them. Me, I go come that restaurant by mistake, and I go come there with two babes, and we go dance and we go party. And hey, Papa, only you go sit down one day, Riare. I don't do it before. One woman tell me, no, 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 you are too possessive, you are too possessive. Now I just step back for him, allow him. Say, okay, now I begin hang out with my own friends. Make more. One day the girl sit me down, say, I don't want to see this person. Can't they mention all their names one by one? I say, how? These are people I work with. You can't tell me you don't want to see them. I told you, Omo, so we sit down, call redefine the relationship. She said, not begin, they go out with us, her friends again. She can't calm down. I say, Baba, what is good for the goose is good for. So I go their house, they wait for you, they play game. I know Sabi play game. Oh. You go with your girlfriend, go. Baba, you go that club, meet me with 4 of my girlfriends that we are not dating, but are just beautiful, hot girls. And let me tell you one trick. If you have hot girlfriends, you will go club, you will drink free champagne. Because guys will buy you. Guys go want to talk to those girls. So to talk to them, they go they send champagne, go your table, you go they drink the champagne. Ask any guy that is best friends to beautiful women. You go chop free well. So at the end of the day, what do you want in a relationship? Let me ask Ibiri. Over to you, Ibiri. What are your thoughts?
Okay, that is. Hi everyone. So I'll speak on the topic. So, as you know, you brought this to me earlier today, and this was my stance that because they're not married, it can be dicey. And because there are many other variables to this. So one, you don't know how she got the job. So what if she got the job through the guy, which is a no-no, clearly. And then what if she got the job in another way and then just randomly to the guy's company, which everything seems shady there. But I think because they're not married, the guy doesn't really have a say. And because they're not married at the same time, just because he doesn't have a say does not mean he has to tolerate what he doesn't like. So if he doesn't like it, he should leave her. And she too, knowing that the man is going to leave her, if she decides that her job is more important, she should go with the job and lose the relationship. But if her relationship is more important, she should go with her relationship and lose the job. So because there's no marriage, I just believe that nobody can control anybody. But also nobody can control anybody's reaction or the consequences of their actions. So that's just how I see it. I'm straight to the point. You know?
Samaria, what else do you want to say?
I think some people don't really understand what I was saying. Okay, let's start with how do you tell a man who comes to your house to leave? So let's say, people are different. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't hang out with someone I'm not comfortable with. And if it gets to the point I'm not comfortable with you, I'll tell you straight up. Okay, so if I'm in a relationship with you and I want to do something, I will tell you it's time to go. I gotta go. So there are people who are not bold enough to express themselves. In the case of the girl I was talking about, probably because this guy is helping you out with 1 or 2 bills, and then he's been around, the whole time. He doesn't want to go to his house. He's just there, and you just want to breathe, to breathe, but you can't breathe because of the things you're benefiting from this person. Okay, so and deep down your heart, you know that you're just having this person here temporarily, not really what you want. You're just hanging in there for the meantime. So if you have this type of a person in a relationship, and you get, let's say, and you are with that person for finance-related issue, like I said earlier, and you get offered this type of opportunity, would you rather be with a person who doesn't make you, somebody you just passing time with, or go take the job offer and say bye-bye to worry? So you see, and that's exactly the point I was trying to make with the girl that I went to. I didn't go to her house and tell her, come on, let's go out. Because she asked me where I was going. I told her where I was going. Would you like to go with me? She said she would have loved to go, but the guy is the issue. And it's the same guy.
You clearly said that you don't want to hang out with the guy because you don't like the guy.
Yeah, because I can't hang out with him. I was just meeting him for the first time. All I know is that she me sometimes and ask me, how do you tell somebody to leave your house? I mean, what are you? I mean, I was like, okay, come on, you should be able to speak up what you don't want. So me going to your house and I ask you, oh, would you like to go? And you say, you would have loved to, but giving me sign that he's there and he's not willing to leave. Basically, because of the things he's doing for you, you don't have a say, and all you could say is, oh, you just waiting for you to get a better job and end it all. So you understand what I'm saying? And like I said, the guy is not, if he's a typical of our people, you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be, I'm no racist, but if he's a typical of, people that are friendly or for some reason, not friendly, because I don't even like my men friendly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're kind of, I mean, their kind of personality would be, I would want to hang out there with you. But that doesn't mean, you and your friend for some reasons,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and ask. Or see, speak, sorry.
Okay. Based on what you're saying, don't you think life is way more precious than wasting it with someone you don't really give a fuck about just because
don't
of the
say that. So you
financial
can't
base?
say F. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Okay, that you don't like. Let me just use that word. You don't like.
Let me ask you
You're
one
wasting.
question.
I haven't finished putting out my point.
Okay, go ahead.
And just because of you, the only thing I hear is financial. First of all, I believe that girl should be doing or is doing something with her life financially. And if she is not happy with her man, why just base it only on the financial? You're disrespecting him, talking down or talking bad about him to other people. He disgusts you. What? Why are you spending your time with somebody, your precious life, wasting it? Because I look at it like a waste of your time. You can actually be with somebody else that you value and values you and will still be financially good to you. So why do that to yourself? Yes.
Is that a question you're asking me? Okay. I'm trying to understand two things. First of all, you said you have a question for me. Secondly, you said the girl. Now, I don't know if you're trying to talk about the girl, you're trying to advise the word, or you're trying to ask me a question. Because first of all, I gave you a narration. It was a story. I'm just telling you what is happening in someone's life, not about me.
I said, why do you think well, it's the same story, because you're involved. You were like a third party. You were like a third party in her relationship, and you were more or less like encouraging her. You were encouraging her. You were like fueling the fire.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything about this. I'm sorry.
All right.
You were fueling the fire. How can you say you don't like somebody's boyfriend?
Hold on. All right. We end it here before it becomes a fight. Ladies and gentlemen,
people way of understanding differs.
No, don't go to that. Let's talk about the possibility of
understanding is different. Everyone doesn't understand things the way people have different ways of understanding things when it's narrated.
Sorry, Samaria. I'm just trying to shift away from that. How about when we talked about how you can have an ex that has turned into a brother. You guys think? Don't you have any ex that has turned into your brother?
No,
don't you?
You see?
No.
You see, I have many exes because I used to be a bad boy. And I see them every day. Some of them are in their husbands' houses. And I'm cool as a preacher. Sometimes they ask me Bible questions, what do you think? And I answer them, But I keep it moving. I keep it brief, I keep it fast, and I keep it moving because I will not want my wife to have such a relationship. Because there was one girl I was having a conversation with the other day. This girl went back to my uni days when we had something. And she was just one of those crazy girls. I don't know which movie she go watch. As you go, they give her, the girl go, they shout, conquer me, destroy me. She has 4 kids now. One of her kids is in the university. Omo, she just reached out to me and, we're talking about biblical things. She's in a marriage and all that. And everything I was just playing in my head was, conquer me, destroy me, conquer me. Oh, as in, bye-bye. I carry this girl, go one of my guy houses. I got to beg this girl, say, me she quiet now. Baba, they called. If I call some of my guys from uni, I say, remember Conquer me. Ah, everybody knows that story. They were all there, they could all hear. As in, fine, first things first, the house was, na guy man house. So the bed now, you okay, cheap bed. So the bed they vibrate, then the bed near wall, so they tap the wall, biggie, biggie, biggie. You can't the hair, conquer me, finish me, destroy me. Baba. So of course that was many years ago. She actually married a pastor, so our conversation well, but I cannot but each time I see her, what just appears is finish me, conquer me, destroy me. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, I also do not want someone to have such memories of my wife. Do you understand? If it was an ex, you don't know what they got up to. I don't want to know. It's okay. But just in case it was conquer me, destroy me, finish me, back. And let me tell you, I swear this thing happened 30 something years ago. Anytime I see this girl, I've seen her like 2 or 3 times. There was another girl, I don't know how to put it that it will not sound vulgar. I just imagine those things we did. It just plays in my mind. You understand? Someone said that if he's the conqueror, Sean Leeds. You understand? I know this has happened to you before. If you've been in one of those volatile, it's not like we dated or anything happened. We just got down. I'm sure she must have done conquer me with at least 50 different guys in school, or whoever was available, whoever she liked. But the thing is, I can't unconquer her. So anytime, it's like there was one guy in my school, an American boy. His parents grew up in America. So he come Nigeria, come begin to date one girl. Now the boy in a fine boy, rich parents, but not just get Nigeria sense. So the girl broke up with him. So the guy come they cry. With an American accent, come they ask the girl, is this something I said, something I done? Baba, that's what we call this guy till we as in something I said, something I done. American normal American boy no understand why Niger babe go break up with him. So anytime I see this guy online, the guy is a doctor in I think in Canada or something. One day the guy picture just pop up. I just the first thing that this thing happened in my secondary school. As I did look the guy, I used to see him as Mumu then. I did see him as Mumu now. Because that was our impression of him back then. So that's my problem. Maybe some people have not had past as violent as mine. They didn't have to conquer and finish anybody and destroy anybody. But I'm sure all of you have. There's one guy that conquered you. All of you shut up. Where you go, they shout.
Agreed.
Where you go, they shout. Just let me tell you, woman where they collect, they shout. She don't notice she they shout. Now the man where they give her, I know she they shout. We call it soundtrack. Some women get soundtrack. Even them no know say they get soundtrack. I don't want a situation where imagine that girl now has to come and work for me. She can't work for me. I can't be even if I don't want to do it again. The thoughts, it will be giving me those kind of bad thoughts.
But Daddy Freeze, that's because that girl, you were her conqueror. Now, there are also some girls that were your brothers. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a relationship that, that you and this guy, it's just because at the end of the day, people are really more of paddies than anything else. And then you can end up just being paddy.
Yeah.
Once
I know. Join a relationship with me is my thought. Now, this I'm not advising you. I'm just telling you what I will do. That your paddy ends the day me and you start dating.
Oh yeah, of course. But if I don't accidentally land in the same company as that party,
Now,
I don't think
wala,
anything
now,
will happen
wala,
to me.
wala, wala, wala. Oh. You see, one guy told me one day, he said, Daddy Freeze, unless you are lucky to date one of those rare women, there are some women in Nigeria that have been around the block so many times that if she go MTN, she go work with her ex. If she go Airtel, she go work with her ex. If she go Zenith Bank, she go work with her ex. If she go Mobile, she go work with her ex. They have so many exes that anywhere they find themselves, one of her exes they there where she go work with. So you go just kill yourself. That one too come make sense to me because some women, their ex reach 300. Lecturer na their ex. They get ex-boyfriend. There was one particular girl, her name started with D when we were in school. Bye bye. I was on this girl's case. We almost went down, but something now happened. And then I couldn't go. And by the next day, the girl don't, some girls, if you know hit them quick and you quickly do what you want to do, by the next day, their eye go down clear. So, bye bye. Then they bring this girl come my hostel. Like 3 different guys don't bring this girl come my hostel, come arrange. And I never got to do my own in university. Omo, now I finish university. Come begin, they come Lagos, they come hustle. Now I jam this girl. Finally do my own. Me too, I don't turn her ex now. All those people now her ex. Let me tell you, anybody will sleep with you now your ex. Whether na fling or whether na full-blown relationship. Me too, I don't turn the girl ex. So
Samaria, talk now. Why do I feel like Samaria, you will be on my side a little bit? Are you saying that there's no ex that you cannot, look at eye to eye and nothing?
Of course there will be, but I just don't want it around me.
There are depends.
Let me tell you,
so if you not get a job that pays you way more money or 30% more,
it depends how the relationship ended.
Anyhow, the relationship make it end.
Even someone that is not your ex, when you keep spending time with them, when you keep spending time with somebody, you catch feelings.
That's probably
not for someone that is your ex. That's what you gonna be. That's how you grow.
That's not how we grow. That's not how a lot of us.
Exactly. You go to work. You focus on your work and go home.
That is what people like.
The person that dropped the call that was at work told you what time she was at work.
Hold on. That is what
why ignite a fire that you don't intend to? Why? What's the point? So you make a mistake. What's the point of making that mistake?
Well, and those relationships that didn't end well, there are relationships that people didn't have good experience in. So for those relationships, you don't expect that person to go back to having something with them if they meet him.
What if he has changed? What if he got a better suit now? More juice. It doesn't matter. Marriage has never stopped anyone now.
Marriage has never
stopped anyone. Doesn't stop anyone. Why put yourself in that compromising situation so that you can go and tell your boyfriend sorry?
If I'm dating someone, I know the relationship is going nowhere. That's if.
Okay, Samara, that's only on this nowhere place. Why would you be dating someone if you know the relationship is going nowhere? Not going anywhere.
That's why I say if. I didn't say if. I didn't say if it's happening. Like, let's say
yeah.
That's happening. Let's assume. Then it depends on the.
But then just break up with him now. Break up with him and do your thing.
People date for certain reasons, right? There are people that date for
now.
People even marry for different reasons.
Let me end with this. Christ fasted for 40 days and 40 nights in Matthew chapter 4. So he could go into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. You are not Christ. You are not Christ. Avoid temptations and avoid the devil if you are in a relationship. Because let me tell you something here. If something does happen, you know why I don't have any scandals? Because I avoid stories that touch. I'm not a magician. I'm not wonderful. If I just see that I might lose control along these lines, I will avoid that. I have so many friends. It's like Samaria comes to Nigeria and says, let's hang out. I will go with my wife. To avoid stories that touch, we might not have the intention. Let me tell you, 80% of times people cheat. The intention was not there. They just wanted to go and have fun. And then they call it the pea fell
And
in
the
my lap.
forbidden fruit is always
The
sweeter.
pea fell in my lap. It's there in my lap. What do I do? I'm not going to throw it away. You understand? So be careful not to let it fall in your lap. Always keep a guard around yourself. If I'm in the UK, there was a time I was in Canada, and a lot of people want, oh, Daddy Freeze is in town, they want to come and see me. I was meeting people at my hotel lobby. Nobody came to my room. Because it is, you will think you can control yourself in this life. Because I've not done bad boy for many years, over 10 years, I know I did not have the skills I probably used to have at a point in my life. But does not mean if somebody is begging for it, I might not consider out of, oh my God. So my advice for people in relationships is create boundaries with your exes. If it could happen before, it can happen again. If it could happen before, it can happen again.
100.
You understand?
Yeah.
You'll be amazed that someone like me can actually work with my exes. But because I don't want to hear my wife working with her exes, I will not work with my ex, JJ. I can handle it. I have a bit more self-control than maybe I give myself credit for. You understand? Because I have the opportunity of not just being around a lot of women, being around a lot of women intimately. They will tell me their marriage problems. They will tell me their health problems. They will tell me their... You understand what I'm telling you? Women find people, and it's not my fault, it's our pastors that started it. You run to your pastor and you believe that your pastor can answer any question. So I find myself very intimate with many people. I can talk about intercourse, about... So I don't think I'll be in a situation with one of those people and then be physically tempted to do something. Yeah. But I'll still avoid it. Because I don't want my wife to be in such a position. Whether she can fight it or not, is better avoided. Is cleaner, is neater. That's why you know here Daddy Free. There used to be one guy used to be member of Free Nation. Baba, if we are not settling fight today, say in get one girl go meet her for pepper soup joint, he put hand for a yash, and the girl won't contract. Baba, you don't know what we went through with that guy. Brilliant guy. He was always one woman problem or the other. I don't know how he still managed to stay married. Was always one woman problem. As in he had to run from social media last. Now so our waka together end. He too like woman. You understand? So I don't want the discomfort of being that guy. Or how will you look at me, Ebiere? How will you feel comfortable to call me and talk to me, or Samaria? I can call these people at any time of the day or night. And I want them to feel comfortable with me. House of Gold say, you know the guy. I'm not sure, but you fit. You know?
Yeah. I like what you say about not putting yourself in situations where you're compromised, right? So the lady here, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but you say the same thing, like don't put yourself in a situation where you're compromised and everything. And I've seen a few comments too going about how no, you don't put yourself in a situation where you're compromised. But if I had a boyfriend, I wouldn't give out my phone number to people because that's a compromising situation, isn't it? Yeah. So it's just things like that's kind of all I wanted to say here.
You're so right.
It's like the hypocrisy in some women is intense. It's crazy. And you see, that's what I ask people times when people come start chatting. If I'm responding to your messages, why is he asking me if I'm single? For example, if I weren't single, I wouldn't be replying your messages. So if I'm in a relationship, I don't need to be there replying your messages. You understand the point? That's like going to a dating site. If I have a relationship, why would I be in a dating site, for example? I don't have to. But things happen. There are people who derive joy in getting those attention, regardless. They have someone, but the only way they feel their esteem is by being in those places. Still getting hit at.
Anyway, that's as far as we can go tonight. Lovely hanging out with you. I know you guys can tie me down for the next 1 more hour and the gist to be sweet. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. Thank you, Samaria, for coming and giving me your sweet stories all the time. Ibire, thank you. And Moy, thank you so much.
Not everyone understands your story. Your story, I give a story. Some people have low weight of it. Well, that's by the way.
Samaria, me, I understand your story. Don't worry, but so I'm going to catch cruise with you from time to time.
We need to give bread to a lot of people here. One lie, I beg. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Make una no vex. So you see today, I no curse anybody. I no follow. I'm in a good mood. So let's just. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired. Let me also rest. I was live for nearly 3 hours earlier on today, dealing with Nigerian problems. So, and I don't talk. I'm saying nothing concern me with politics again. Anything we want to do, Emefiele, me una do am. Anything. If you like, release am. If you like, hang am. Now una problem. I no one know. I come out my hand for Nigeria matter. Nigeria matter don't tire everybody, including me. So take care, beautiful people. Bye. Somebody said that please go and conquer. Una no be like if una hear gist like this. Bye. Hey, Biola, I'm not your friend again. Last time I sent you a request to join live, you did not come. Oh yeah, next time you must be live with me. Everybody, bye.